We're here launching our new Precision Disc 500T single disc air drill, designed with good agronomic design for higher productivity across and has a lot of versatility for different crops and different soil conditions and residue. You had mentioned earlier our listeners or our viewers in Ohio. We have a lot of no-till acres in that state, and guys are looking for improved technology to put their soybeans or wheat in the ground. We've spent the last 5 years interviewing and talking to a lot of customers across North America, not only what their needs are for today, but for their future. And we incorporated a lot of those design requirements and requests into the row unit itself, so that it provides better depth placement and control of the seed. After all, we want to make sure that every seed that you put in the ground counts, emerges, gets a good stand, because at the end of the day, we want a good yield, whichever crop we're putting in. So, for example, part of this is the parallel link design that's engineered in. Very similar to a row crop planter that allows us to more evenly place the seed into the soil, and in conjunction with a closing system that will seal the soil close to the seed, get good seed to soil contact so that the seed sprouts, emerges, and establishes a good stand.
So we're standing in front of our new 4900 model planter. It comes in 12 row or 16 row or 24 row, all on 30 inch. So it's primarily a bean and corn planter for those growers who plant on 30 inch. It is aimed right at the heart of the market. It's over 67% of the market is that planter. And as you can see, we're demonstrating here the flex. You can see the wing flex. We've introduced 42 degrees of flex into this planter. Perhaps a little bit less of an issue in Ohio, but becomes more and more important as you go west and you're trying to plant on terraces and sloped grounds. That's when you want this flex so that your row units stay well in contact with the ground. The other innovation we have here is we have a patented flip axle that you can see over here. What this does is when you go on the 24 row, when you go from planting position to transport position, the axle flips forward by just under 5 feet, 4 3/4 feet, and what that does is it reduces the turning radius, so it's a lot easier for you to get in and out of your fields and to transport it down narrow rows. That also obviously reduces the hitch weight on the back of your tractor. All sorts of positives built in there. The world that offers that transfer on this planter, Kinze is the only manufacturer in the world that offers that. What it does is it displaces weight from the center section of the planter to the left and the right center sections of the planter to reduce that all-important compaction, which will affect your yield in subsequent years. So very innovative to have. It's the first time, in fact, that anybody's ever offered a front fold planter with hydraulic weight transfer. It hadn't been done before.
A lot of the things we do, we may not do a whole lot different than anybody else, but we do a lot of little things, and each of those little things add up over time to a lot better machine. We use 2-inch pins. Everything is heavy duty. We use a 7x7 box beam on our bar. We've got a heavy duty parallel linkage system. We've got a lot higher ground clearance than most of our competitors. We've got about a 24-inch colder to ground height clearance on our row unit. This row unit is a new feature for Fast this year. We're actually making our own row units now to put on our machines. I think if you look at it, you'll find out that it's a lot heavier than most of our competitors' machines. Wear and durability and ground penetration over time should be a lot superior.
Well, we've been developing air carts for probably the last 5-7 years, mostly for our seeding equipment headed to Western Canada. And over the last 12 to 9 months, as we've been bringing the cart to shows in the United States, we found a lot of interest from commercial fertilizer applicators because of the plastic and stainless steel designs of the tanks and the different metering options that are available on the machine. And as well, we're starting to get into seeding cover crop with the units as well. They're a good pair for our independent series tools. They allow you to cover more acres and carry more seed than some of the other options available. The independent series machine, or RTS as people might be more familiar with, Salford developed in 2003 a vertical tillage product for residue management and seed bed preparation. And since about 2006, we've been working with producers to develop attachments for those tools, and along the way we have developed broadcast cover crop and seeding equipment and fertilizer application attachments that fit on the vertical tillage machine. It's a really unique platform, different than some of our competitors are offering, because you can get more done in a single pass. It allows you to save on time and fuel by working these things in at the same time, and as opposed to broadcasting and leaving stuff on the soil surface, be it seed or fertilizer, you're working that in with a seed bed preparation tool. So it incorporates the depth and also gives you some of kind of that 4R quality of taking better care of your nutrients as opposed to leaving them to volatilize or run off the soil surface.